Hello students, today we will learn the next poem, that is the Laburnum Top. And the poet of Laburnum Top is Ted Hughes. Ted Hughes was an English poet, belonged to England. He was born in 1930 and was died in 1998. He was among the most famous poets or writers of England during his time, and his critics say, said that he was among the famous writers of his time. He had been also designated as poet laureate in 1884. 1984. Now come to the poem, The Laburnum Top, about the title. So the title of the poem has been given according to a name of a tree. Here the picture has been shown. These leaves, these flowers, a particular tree whose leaves are of yellow color, and also the seeds are of black color. In Hindi it is called amaltas. It's called laburnum tree. Its flowers are so beautiful to behold human beings. So the title has been given the laburnum top. It means something about the laburnum tree. Yes, the poem is about laburnum tree and its top, because in the bottom only the stem or its trunk, and all the branches, leaves and flowers, they are above the trunk. So why the poet is taking the title Laburnum Top? Because it is the poem really about laburnum tree. In the poem it has been given that this laburnum tree is totally silent, and there is totally dullness in the life of the tree without the entry of arrival of a bird whose name is goldfinch. When goldfinch, in Hindi sonchiriya, having yellowish or golden color, so when she enters, or by the arrival of this bird, this tree becomes alive because of the noise she is doing, and because of the noise her chicks, or you can say her children, they are making. So what is the main theme of the poem is that life is also dull. Life is also dull if we don't make it alive, and it can also be made alive with the help of the exchanges we do with others. If we enjoy with others, we exchange ideas with others positively, because life is dull and we don't take it positively in every case, and we exchanges ideas of happiness with others, this dullness can be removed. Because in the poem it has been given that the laburnum tree is totally in dullness, that is alone, quiet, in calmness, and it seems that there is no life in the dull life of this tree. But when goldfinch enters there, the whole tree becomes alive. It makes different noise and it seems that someone is there. In the same way, human body, that is also dull, and the soul of the human body, that make it alive. In the same way, a house is not a home without a family. Suppose the children have gone to school, parents have gone to their offices, their jobs, at their jobs. So that is only house. But when children also come from school and parents also come from offices, so at the evening it becomes alive with the sounds of the children, with the sound of parents. So that will be a house. It means a body needs, a dull life needs the exchanges of ideas. That is first, and that has been given in this point. That if someone's life is dull, that need some ideas, exchanges of ideas. He should exchange his ideas. He should share his problem with others so that his dullness could be removed. This is the main thing, and this is the message of the poem, that dullness can be removed with the help of transformation. Exchanges of ideas can come to transform anybody. किसी को भी चेंज करना है तो आइडियाज़ को ट्रांसफॉर्म करना ही पड़ेगा. Now come to the poem. The poem starts with the first stanza that tells about the laburnum tree that we have discussed. The laburnum top is silent. कि जो laburnum top है वो बिल्कुल silent है, quite still, and that is quite still or calm. बिल्कुल शांत है. In the afternoon yellow September sunlight, and that's also the afternoon. Usually in afternoon everything becomes silent because of the heat of the sunlight, and there is also September sunlight. It is supposed that the sunlight of September is very yellowish, that is having very much heat or temperature. So in the September sunlight, the tree is totally in silence, and a few leaves yellowing. A few leaves are also yellowing, and all its seeds fallen, and all its seeds have fallen on the earth. The blackness of the seeds have fallen. So the green leaves, they are also becoming yellowish, and the flowers become changed into seeds and they have fallen. So it means it is a symbol, a representation of the dull life. It means seed have already fallen, and also it tells about the life, that it is something like old age, that is the decaying aspect of the life का decaying aspect दिखाया गया है, that it is going to die. Yellow is September month, that is you can say the end stage of autumn, where the leaves are going to fall and the tree will be totally barren. Seeds have already fallen, and the another thing is also has been shown that after a stage also the new stage also about to come, because those seeds which have been fallen, they are also going to germinate as well, but it will take a time. So it is also telling about the life, that once the old stage fades, new stage also comes. But the main thing the poet wants to convey is that totally there is silence in the life of the tree without anyone's entry. So everything is yellow here, totally silence. Laburnum tree quite still. In the afternoon yellow color light, sunlight is also yellow, that is also telling about the sadness. A few leaves yellowing, and all its seeds have been already fallen. So totally everything is silent or dull in the life of the tree. In the next stanza, what has been shown, till the goldfinch comes. So now goldfinch comes from somewhere. Actually goldfinch has made a nest there in the deep branches of the tree. गोल्डफिंच ने एक नेस्ट बनाया है, अपना घोंसला बनाया है इसकी डीप ब्रांचेज में, दैट इज टोटली सिक्योर्ड फ्रॉम एनी टाइप ऑफ अटैक ऑफ द डिफरेंट अदर बिग बर्ड्स, टू सेव हर चिक्स, and her children were there, and she had gone, might be to take grains or to take food for them. So now she is coming. So goldfinch is coming there on the tree. Till the goldfinch comes, everything was totally silent, but as she comes with a twitching chop, and she is making a twitching, लाइक ऑफ यू कैन से जर्क, झटकेदार एकदम से तीखी आवाज, दैट इज जर्किंग साउंड. Chirrup, chechat. So a jerky chirrup, because when she enters, that is something like she is entering suddenly. So a sudden sound, a jerking sound, just starting with a sound, a suddenness. So when she enters, there is a suddenness, abruptness, a startlement. Startlement, that is something like surprise. एकदम से सरप्राइज में डाल दिया, बिकॉज द ट्री वॉज टोटली इन साइलेंस. व्हेन शी एंटर्स देयर बिकम सम अलाइवनेस. एट ए ब्रांच एंड, सो शी एंटर्स एट ए ब्रांच एंड बाय मेकिंग ए ट्विचिंग chirp, and there is a suddenness or a startlement, a surprisement at the branch end, कि जैसे ही वो एंटर करती है एक ट्विचिंग चर्प के साथ, एक झटकेदार चहचहाट के साथ, एक अचानक सडननेस आ जाती है, एक सरप्राइजमेंट आ जाता है, स्टार्टलमेंट, एकदम से कोई चौंक जाए जैसे, इन दैट वे, एट द ब्रांच एंड. देन स्लिक. स्लिक मीन्स द स्मूथ मोमेंट. सी मेक अ स्मूथ मोमेंट, स्लिक, जस्ट गोइंग स्मूथली. एज ए लिजार्ड, ऐसी एकदम से स्मूथ तरीके से आगे बढ़ती है, लाइक लिजार्ड, जैसे एक लिजार्ड बढ़ता है. लिजार्ड, दैट इज इन हिंदी छिपकली. So the movement of this dolphins has been compared with lizard. Then slick as a lizard, so you can say also metaphor has been used here. And alert and abrupt, and she is very alert even, बिल्कुल alert है, सावधान है, careful है while she is going inside. That if anyone is also watching her, that where she is going, it means she had hidden her nest in the deep branches or at a secure place. And also abrupt or sudden, that moment is very sudden. If you have seen the movement of a lizard, आपने अपने घर में लिजार्ड के मूवमेंट को जरूर देखा होगा. सी इज ऑल्सो हैविंग सच स्मूथनेस with alertness and also abruptness that no one could attack her. So also she has entered in this tree, in the branches of the tree, in such a way. She enters the thickness. Now she enters in the thickness because at the starting she was at the branch end and she was making twitching chirp at that time, and in the suddenness, in the smoothness, in alertness, in abruptness, she enters in the thickness, and a machine starts up. And as she reached to her chicks, to her babies, there starts a machine. एक machine start हो जाती है. What is the machine? The poet has used hyperbole here. Hyperbole, our statement, अतिशयोक्ति कर रहा है that it starts machine. Actually there is no machine, but he is only saying that the sounds, different sounds are coming now, and the sounds of her children. So like when a machine starts, there also, that also makes sounds, because it is not machine, like the sound is like machine, but because he is exaggerating, he is just making our statement of the sounds of the bird. That's why he is saying that a machine starts up. And what type of machine? Of chittering. Chittering is sound of the chicks, chattering, that is chirping, you can say, बिल्कुल धीरे धीरे चिरचिराट करना. And a tremor of wings, there is also tremor, that is something just movement, vibration, you can say, of wings. Wings का vibration की आवाज़ भी आ रही है. Small children or babies of the goldfinch, they are making even the movement of their wings. And also trilling. Trilling is also a confusing sound, a sound that is confusing, not clear. So you can imagine the sound, different type of sounds of the chattering or chirping, or the, that is tremor of wings, the movement of wings or trembling, and that is trilling, that such type of sound that you can't understand that what type of sound actually, because when goldfinch is going in, she is giving actually the grains, or the, she is feeding her babies. So when she is feeding, they are also taking grains in their mouth. So that type of sound is called trilling, that is not clear sound. Or you can also say that twitching sound, jerking sound, झटके के एकदम से they are taking grains from the mouth of the goldfinch, mother goldfinch. So these different sounds, it could be asked as a question that what different sounds were coming from the machine of the goldfinch, or that was coming from the laburnum top. The whole tree trembles and thrills. The whole tree now that was silent before the entry of before the arrival of the goldfinch. Now it trembles. Now it starts to shake or tremble. इसने अब क्रिक करना है, कांपना शुरू कर दिया है, हिलना शुरू कर दिया है, because there is movement. And also thrills. Thrills means full of excitement. Now there is full of excitement. So it has been compared with the when suppose children are not there, or the in the house only parents or mother is there, children is outside, father is outside, and when they comes, there is totally movement starts in the house. In the same way, when mother who has come with food for the children, the whole family starts to make noise, and in this way the dullness of the house, the dullness of the house also starts. Here it has been also shown that the children are dependent, they are not independent, they are depending on their parents. So small children, they have to also depend on their parents. In the same way, when parents become old, they have to depend on the children. Old parents हैं, उनको children के ऊपर depend होना पड़ता है, and the small children, they have to depend on their parents. So how one person depends upon other, that has been also shown. So it is the relation. So the complexity of a relation has been also shown in this poem. The complex relations of the human beings, that how the children depend upon the parents, and also the old parents depends on their children. In the same way as the babies, they actually depend upon the coming of our mother goldfinch. Also, it has been shown that not only the house or environment or the tree, because it has been also shown by the poet, the bird like goldfinch and other birds, they have to also depend upon the tree like this laburnum for the shelter, because she has make a nest or her house on this tree. So everything is needed from the environment. If we need a tree, we should also serve it. So in that way, if the goldfinch, if the tree that is giving shelter, that is giving shelter to goldfinch, जो ट्री है वो गोल्डफिंच को क्या दे रहा है, शेल्टर दे रहा है. In the same way, goldfinch is also giving in return to this tree the aliveness. इसको जिंदा कर रही है, that is totally in stillness, calmness, उसको एकदम से जिंदा कर रही है. In the same way, the poet wants to convey a message from here that this is the life of give and take, exchanges of ideas. We are living in such a world that we must depend, we must use the method of a give and a take. This is also for the teachers and students. Students are having a relation with teacher because they want to take something. So not only the relation between teacher and student, it is relation between parents and children, children and parents. Parents always do best for their children only in the hope that they will also serve them when they become old. So this is the whole life system, and that also comes from there. And the poet is saying the whole tree trembles and thrills. अब जो tree है that was already totally in silence, now it becomes alive. अब वो क्या हो गया है, जिंदा हो गया है, and it also trembles. ये trembles कर रहा है. इट मीन्स शेकिंग, हिल रहा है, अब थ्रिल्स कर रहा है, दैट इज थ्रिल मीन्स फुल ऑफ रोमांस, फुल ऑफ एक्साइटमेंट. It is the engine of our family. Once again, the poet is exaggerating the situation. It is the engine. Also, you can say metaphor has been used. Engine, actually not the engine. Actually, it is the machine. It is not a machine, or it is not engine. Actually, it is the noise. It is the noise made by the babies of the goldfinch. But the poet is saying it is engine of our family. यही इसकी फैमिली का इंजन है. बिकॉज एन इंजन, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट इट इज, एन इंजन एक्चुअली स्टार्ट्स व्हेन फ्यूल हैज़ बीन पुट इन इट. जब किसी भी इंजन के अंदर हम फ्यूल डालते हैं तब वो स्टार्ट होता है. इन द सेम वे, बिकॉज द गोल्डफिंच इज ऑल्सो कम्स विद ग्रेन्स, शी इज फीडिंग हर बेबीज, सो शी इज स्टॉकिंग फ्यूल. इन ए वे शी इज ऑल्सो स्टॉकिंग फ्यूल. वो अब फ्यूल डाल रही है अपने बेबीज के अंदर. एंड व्हेन दे आर टेकिंग फीड ग्रेन्स इन फॉर्म ऑफ फ्यूल, यू कैन से, फॉर द इंजन, एट दैट टाइम they are also making noise. And that's why the poet is saying that it is engine of her family. ये उसकी इंजन है, उसकी फैमिली का इंजन है. So that's why the poet says this is the engine of his family. She is toxic full. ये इसको फुल्ली स्टॉक्स कर देती है, भर देती है. Then floods out, then comes out, that begins out to a branch. It means she has fed, उसने सभी बच्चों को खाना खिला दिया. आफ्टर दैट शी इज गोइंग, माइट बी इन सर्च ऑफ मोर ग्रेन, बट एक्चुअली अकॉर्डिंग टू पॉइंट, शी इज नाउ गोइंग आउट इन सर्च ऑफ सम न्यू प्लेस. एज द विंटर इज अबाउट टू कम, शी वांट्स a new place, because she has a fear that what would happen when winters come, because the leaves are turned in yellow color and they are also going to fall. Seeds have already fallen. So now she wants a new shelter, and that's why she is going out. So then she floods out, she comes out to a branch end, showing her barred face identity mask. That is also an important line. Now she is showing barred. Barred means having bars, strips, धारियाँ. Actually, the goldfinch have also some bars on her forehead. Face identity mask, that like an identity mask, कि उसको पहचानने के लिए एक identity mask है. उसकी strips बनी हुई, धारियाँ बनी हुई हैं उसकी forehead के ऊपर. This line have also a deep meaning. How? You can imagine that your parents, they are doctor, they are engineer, they are teacher, they are clerk, they are police, they are in army. So they might have any identity outside your house, and that is a face that is for the society to hide your real identity. But in a house, they are only parents. For their children, she is mother. She is only mother. But for the outer world, she has to be recognized as goldfinch by her identity, and that is barred face. So the poet is saying, showing her barred face, we can only recognize her by her barred face, that she is goldfinch. She is having these bars on her forehead. So showing once again her barred face identity marks, she went out then with eerie delicate whistle chirrup whisperings. Then with eerie means strange or fearful, ghostly like, but here you can say only strange. Delicate means soft. Whistle chirrup, whistle के जैसी चिरप करती हुई, चहचहाट करती हुई, सीटी बजाती हुई, एक सॉफ्ट और स्टेंज सी या फियरफुल सी लगाती हुई, विस्प्रिंग्स फुसफुसाहट करती हुई, सी लॉन्चेज अवे, सी बिगिंस टू गो अवे फ्रॉम देयर. लॉन्चेज स्टार्ट्स और हियर सी गोज अवे टुवर्ड्स द इन्फिनिट और इनफाइनाइट. इनफाइनाइट की तरफ चली जाती है, endless, infinite, endless, that is don't know about the space or water where she is going to find out the shelter. So once again she has gone from there, and the laburnum subsides to empty. Once again the laburnum tree subsides or return back to empty as it was at the first. जैसे पहले वो क्या था, totally silent, still, yellow September sunlight, only few yellows leaves were yellowing and its seeds fallen, totally in sadness. Once again the tree have come to sadness. So this is the poem. We will continue with the question answer in the next